Welcome to Waters World. I'm Jesse Waters. Shady Swalwell. That's the subject of tonight's Waters Words. Shadiness, narcissism, and hypocrisy. What else would you expect from a politician? Meet Congressman Eric Swalwell. He's the guy on the House Intel Committee that got worked by a Chinese spy and had meetings with a group tied to terrorists. He preaches humility, yet spends thousands of donor dollars on his lavish lifestyle. Instead of writing legislation, he's swallowing $100 sushi rolls and expensive Chianti. Politicians are not for the people. They're using the people. They want the finer things in life, but never on their own dime. And that's the way they think everybody else should live. Swalwell prides himself on coming from the humblest of beginnings. His dad was a police chief, and his mom was just an administrative assistant. But he grew up in Dublin, California, which was ranked the 7th best place to live in the entire country in 2018 by Money Mag. Now, he wants you to think he's a man of the poor, and being a Democrat, if you vote for him, you'll get free stuff. But he's the one getting the free stuff. You get nothing but the bill. So we obtained his campaign's 2021 second quarter FEC records, and boy, does this guy like to live high on the hog. Thousands and thousands of dollars spent on fine dining, limos, luxury hotels. Now, not a single dollar came from his pocket. It all came from donors and corporate lobbyists. And the next day, he goes on TV and screams corruption and big money needs to get out of politics.
We need a Popular Voting Rights Act signed into law. It would also get rid of dirty money and dirty politics. Dirty money and dirty maps that are gerrymandered. It's widely popular because it's seen as anti-corruption and pro-transparency.
Just because Donald Trump is gone does not mean that corruption and racism and misogyny and bigotry are gone. Corruption manifests itself and others in government right now, and next time they may not be so patient to wait for an investigation.
Back to his mega spending. Now, just in the last 3 months, his campaign spent more than $26,000 on luxury hotels. Now, 20 grand of that went to a hotel his wife was involved with, the Ritz-Carlton at Half Moon Bay. It's around $1,000 a night. Much better than sleeping in your own home. And of course, you got to wake up and play 18 overlooking the Pacific. And since April, he spent more than $10,000 on limousine rides and luxury car services. You ever heard of Uber? Why does he need a limo anyway? He doesn't need the legroom. Not a tall guy. He's also spent thousands on alcohol with his campaign funds. $500 from alcohol delivery service Drizzly, $1,200 from Capitol Hill Wine and Spirits, and $4,400 at just 2 California wineries just in one day. Campaign related? He won't answer. He spent $1,000 on flowers. How romantic. Swalwell's starving, apparently. He spent more than $7,000 at steakhouses and other luxury restaurants. He spent over $2 grand in one night at Oku Sushi in D.C. Now, he must have gotten a bunch of the $90 Emperor rolls. They come with caviar, truffle, soy, and gold flakes. He likes STK Steakhouse. They got that $150 dry-aged tomahawk. Must have been amazing. Medium rare, obviously. He spent thousands at Charlie Palmer's. There you can get a $130 steak. That doesn't include sides. Everything's a la carte, obviously. He spent $900 in one night at El Cielo restaurant in D.C. He must have loved that $230 experience, which includes the duck and gnocchi. Haps Original in California, spent over $1,000. The $90 steak and prawns sounds delicious there. We've seen the menu, man of the people. Now, keep in mind, this was the guy that let a Chinese spy, Fang Fang, infiltrate his office and send intel back to Beijing. And now we find out he's having meetings with a group with terrorist ties. Recklessly dangerous. Now, it's just in the past 9 months, he's allegedly met 2 times with the Qatar Foundation, which is tied to Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood, both terrorist organizations. And the worst part about all of this is that the Qatar Foundation is infiltrating our schools in the U.S. And he met with the Qatar Foundation officials to talk about business opportunities, apparently, for his district. San Francisco values were on that menu. And the U.S.-Qatar Business Council footed the bill for a luxury junket to Qatar, where Swalwell, his wife, and other Democrats, they met with government leaders and Qatar's emir as well. Swalwell claims to be a champion of women's rights. Did he ask the Muslim rulers why it's legal to beat your wife in that country? He seemed to be having a blast riding around the desert on a camel, probably in between meetings. This picture was even posted on Instagram. Did the pro-worker Democrat confront the emir over his reported use of slave labor to build the World Cup soccer stadium there? Did the global warming alarmist feel conflicted over being feted by an oil kingdom? Probably rude to raise these issues to your rich host's face. Better wait to get back stateside where you can pretend to care on cable news. So was Swalwell spied on in Qatar? Did he meet with foreign intelligence officials? Is he the subject of blackmail again? What kind of promises were made? Don't we have the right to know the answer to these questions? Money corrupts, Congressman. Those are your words. And you seem to be swimming in it. Swalwell is a walking security risk, a greasy pawn for wealthy Arab oil men and an easy mark for seductive Chinese spies. Nothing some Napa Valley cab won't wash away, though. Swalwell is a little guy who claims he's fighting for the little guy. That's probably the biggest lie he's ever told, and he has told a lot.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.